Hey everyone, it's Alison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Alison. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia. And I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. I really appreciate it when you guys pop in. So I'm just going to wait and see if everybody is coming. And meanwhile, I forgot to set up my iPad so I could see all your nice comments. So I'm going to do that now. Make sure that I'm broadcasting. And I am. So that's good. That's good news. Okay, let me just get you over here on my other screen. So I've got all my posts going up there too, or comments, so I can see your comments. Hi, Keisha. Hello. How are you? I'm just going to move over here and put my... There we go. That looks good. Got everything going here. It's muggy out today. I always feel like the weather person, don't I? I might say, how's the weather? Anyway, we're going to have fun today. We're going to be using, I'm going to put that over there. I'm going to put this side screen. We're going to be using the Fond of Autumn bundle, which is really, really pretty. This is one of those ones that you see in the book and then you don't see it. Do you know what I mean? Like you kind of flip by it. So we're going to spend some time working with it today. Hi, Cynthia. How are you from New Jersey? Dinner time at your house, or maybe a little bit past. You've probably eaten already. 6 o'clock where you are. Oh, gosh. It's clammy where we are. Whew. Okay. I'm going to just wait for not even a couple more minutes, just like 1 minute. I'm sorry I was late today. I was a minute late. I was losing track of time. Hi, Mummy. Zebra from Perth. Yeah, I had a headache too, Keisha. And I think it is the weather. Hi, Mo. How are ya? Nice to see you too, Cynthia. All right, you guys, well, let's get started. So as I promised, we are going to be using the Fond of Autumn bundle. So let's go over and bring that up on the big screen. Here we are. Before I start with what we're doing today, let me just tell you a couple things. So this is the weekly deals that we've got going on right now. So these end tomorrow. So I wanted to show you a couple of them. The first one is the Texture Chic, Memories and More cards and envelopes, and the Texture Chic Memories and More cards. They're on for, like, this is like over $3 off. And this one here is almost $3 off. So those are good deals. If you like specialty paper, that rose gold paper is absolutely gorgeous. But let me show you the Memories and More cards. Here they are. Now let's see. You get, it just says one kit. So now I'm going to have to count them. 20? I'm going to say 20. So you get 20 cards and 20 envelopes. So the envelopes are really pretty. They have this lovely pattern inside. So that is one of the patterns from the Texture Chic Designer Series paper in the annual catalog. And then these are the cards, and they're a nice weight, really nice. So aren't those pretty? I'm going to be showing you something later with them, a little project that I made. So that's one of my favorites from this week. My other favorite are the Memory and More cards. And sometimes we look at these and we think, well, I don't do scrapbooking anymore, or I don't make memory books or whatever. But these make gorgeous cards because they're already printed and you can make a beautiful card with them. So let me just show you. You get a bunch of these ones. I think these are, let's just measure, 3 by 4, maybe? 3 by 4. Yeah. So you can use them in your Memory and More book if you want, but you can also use them as card bases or card accents on your card. Okay, so you get 2 of each of these. Okay, so here we go. So here's the one side, and that's the other side. Sending good vibes. I love this one. Isn't that pretty? That's the other side. So you can see that there's so many ways you can use this. Surrounded by goodness. I love that. Isn't that pretty? It's like little paint drops. Love that. Your kindness amazes me with the little shells. So a lot of these match the Designer Series paper, that Tray Chic. That's pretty with the snowflakes. enjoy your day. So you can see that there's actually covers off quite a few seasons too, right? Best day ever. Good times with you. And then there's the other side. So you can see, like, look at all of these. Aren't they gorgeous? It's the little things. So pretty. Anyway, I won't go through them all, but you get the idea. So many great sayings and patterned paper. Okay, so you get a bunch of those, quite a few. Didn't count them. Forgot to look it up. A lot. Someone will tell us. And then you get this larger size, which is 4 by 6. And again, it's this, you get 2 of each. So that's one side, that's the other. Okay, right here, right now. Love. So really fabulous options here. Okay, now let me show you. You also, in this kit, you get stickers, and these are really substantial stickers. Like, they're thick. These aren't cheap stickers. So you get 2 of this sheet, and you get 2 of this one. And look at those pretty gold accents. Aren't they pretty? Love those. So have a look at those on this week's weekly deal. Now it's Wednesday, and I won't go into the reasons why, because it's a little bit complicated and it doesn't matter. But on Wednesdays, okay, we actually get the choice of 2 weeks. So these deals end tonight, and these ones technically start tomorrow. But on Wednesdays, there's an overlap, and you can get any of these. Okay, so that's an opportunity to grab some off of this week's at the last minute and grab some ones from next week, okay, which include that beautiful vellum. It's a layering design vellum, gorgeous, and the beautiful black and white, perfectly penciled DSP. Absolutely gorgeous. So have a look at those, okay? All right, let's start. So as promised, I'm going to show you Fond of Autumn bundle. So here we go. And this is the bundle that Patsy and I have in September. So when anyone makes a purchase in our store, so she's in the United States, she's in Minnesota, she's my border buddy. Anyone who purchases in her store, which is stampstodiefor.com, any value, if you buy, $10 worth, it doesn't matter, you're going to get a PDF mailed to you or emailed to you. And it's got instructions for 6 fabulous cards featuring the Fond of Autumn bundle. Okay. And same with my customers in Canada. So stampcrazywithalison.com or shopcrazywithalison.com. And that's my store. And anytime you make a purchase, you're going to get this for the month of September. Is there any questions? Hi, Ellie. No questions. Okay. So Fond of Autumn is the stamp set. Now it's a photopolymer stamp set. So really easy to see through and where you're stamping. And then the die set, which has 7 dies, which we're going to use a few of them. Just stick that back on. You've got, this is an outline die, and then you've got a detailed die. And then these are really cute. You've got the leaf and the acorn and the flower. Okay, so you stamp that and you can cut it out with the coordinating dies. All right. Now for my project today, I'm going to be using the Texture Chic Designer Series paper. Now, the actual PDF uses this in all the cards. So we grabbed that fabulous bundle, but we've matched it with a DSP from another suite, okay, which we can do. I love this paper. It's got these beautiful gold embossed accents, which is pretty. So those are the one side, and then that's the other. So you can see that's that inside of that envelope we showed you earlier, right? So really pretty. And you can see how those cards that we went through coordinate with these papers too, right? This is the distressed 12 by 12 specialty paper. It's a separate pack, but doesn't it look gorgeous? And it goes beautifully with that tray chic paper. Okay. All right. Let's grab our bits for today. I have to remind myself what I'm doing today. Okay, I've got a piece of basic white. This is our standard card size, so 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so that's that. Then I've got a piece of Blushing Bride. Now, the colors I think on the DSP pack say Petal Pink, but I prefer Blushing Bride. So I chose that instead. So I just cut that 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've gone ahead and selected a couple of patterns of designer series paper. And I've got that pink one that's got the little gold dots on it. Oops, bring it in. And then I've got this one that's sort of like leaves, like almost like skeleton leaves on the paper. So I've got those, and those are cut to 4 1/4 by 1 inch. And I've got 3 of those. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue those on. Now, some people like to do stuff like this. I'll show you. Like this kind of idea. I'm not one of those people, usually. Hi, Donna. How are ya? I am a more linear person. So I'm going to make them as straight and as spaced as I can. Now, sometimes it's hard to line up things, isn't it? So I'm just going to put that middle one down first because I have more control over where it goes. And I think that's pretty straight. And then I'm going to add these strips on either side. Okay. Oh, and then the third one. Well, you could have embossed this with something if you wanted, or added bigger pieces. Lots of different ways you could have incorporated the paper, but I just wanted to make sure I got that gold and those colors. Okay, there we go. That's not bad. It's pretty straight. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. This isn't one of the cards in the PDF, by the way. This is like a bonus card. Okay, I'm going to grab a piece of basic white, just a scrap, because I'm going to be stamping this large image here. Okay, and we're going to be cutting that out with the coordinating die. So I'm going to grab that and our memento. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Donna. I'm doing well too, thank you. Okay. My finger's stuck to the lid, and now it... Okay, we're just going to do that. There we go. I love this. Wait till you see this. You're not going to believe what this is going to do. So even though this looks like one giant stamp, right? You can use it like that as one giant stamp. But actually, when you go to cut it out, this is one design. This is a second design, third and fourth. So the die that we're going to use to cut this out is actually going to cut out 4 different images that you can go put back together if you want, or you can leave it as separate pieces. So I'm going to grab some blends. I'm only going to be using the flowers and one of these, and then I'll save the other pieces for another project. So I'm going to grab Petal Pink, the dark one, and I'm going to use these already marks that the artist has incorporated into the flower to add my dark to. Okay, pretty straightforward. And I'm going to grab the light one, and I'm just going to go over top, blending that in. I love when it's so easy to color something, don't you? Like, it's not hard to color this particular flower images. There we go. I might as well go ahead and color these, and I'm going to add some pink to these leaves. Just kind of arbitrary, like so. Okay. Now, let's color our flowers. We've got, let me use the Light Mint Macron. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Hi, Helen. How are you guys? Sharon is my friend in Australia. She's in Perth too. I have another Perth person on here. I'm assuming it's Perth, Australia, because, yeah, I shouldn't assume, because there are Perth in Canada and there's a Perth in Britain, so I shouldn't assume. I'm just going over this with the light. And remember I added that pink, and look at that. Doesn't it look kind of, oops, hope you can see it. Looks kind of cool to add the pink to the leaves, doesn't it? Something you wouldn't think of. I didn't think of it until I saw Patsy's beautiful cards in our PDF. She did this, and I thought, wow, that looks fantastic. I love that. I would never have thought to do that. Now I'm going to add some dark mint macaron to my leaves here. And add a few to this one. Although I really like the pink and the light, so I think I won't add too much to that. Then we're going to take our light again and just go back over and blend that, soften up that line. I do a lot of coloring on our videos, don't I? I really like coloring. I always have. I'm not saying I'm very good at it, but I enjoy it. It relaxes me. How about you guys? What's your favorite way to color? Do you like blends, or so many different ways you can color with our ink pads and watercolor pencils and markers? There's so many ways. Now what am I doing? Oh yes, my middle of my flowers. So I'm going to take a light soft suede, and we've got these little centers here of my flower, and I'm just dotting those. They're like little dots, and then I'm just going to bring it in towards the middle. Okay, do that, and then just bring it into the middle, and dot, 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 bring it into the middle. And then for these, I'm not treating them like berries. I'm just treating them as seeds. Okay, so I'm just going to put some shading around them. So now you don't. I'm only using the flowers and these kind of floral foliage items at the end, but I figure it's just as easy to color them all at the same time and cut them out, and then I can save the bits that I'm not going to use for my project because I've got all the markers out, right? Just seems prudent to me to just color them all. Okay, so that's our soft suede, light soft suede. Then I'm going to take light crumb cake. I'm going to blend that in. So this is a squeaky marker. Not all the markers are squeaky, but this one is a squeaky. Like a little mouse. My goodness. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Is that making anybody's the hair on the back of the neck stand up? I hope not. Like nails on a chalkboard, right? Okay, I'm finished. Put you out of your misery. And let's go in and with our light mint, let's finish off these leaves here. Okay, so it's a little bit of coloring, but I haven't looked at the clock, but I don't think it's taken us that long to do. Mostly because the spaces are small enough that you can color them quite quickly. You don't have to worry too much about blending or shading. This kind of works quite easily. And I think I've got everything. I think so. Just going to add a little bit of color to that, and then we'll go back over that. And when you let your Stampin' Blends settle, you know, like after they've been colored, you know what I mean, like leave it for a bit, you'll see that the images sort of pop out a little bit better. So I don't know if you can see here on the edges of these that I've done some shading there. So it just adds a little bit of interest to the edges. So it's not all just one color. Okay. All right. So let's cut this out. So I'm going to grab this die And we're going to just place that on and then run that through our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You don't need the large one for this. You just grab a piece of repositionable tape, because as you know, my hand tends to have a little bit of a shake and my eye is not great. So I like to give myself every advantage. So we're going to use the plates. We're going to use plate number 3, which is that light gray plate, and then a clear plate, then our project, then another clear plate. Bring in our little baby emboss, and then that through. And you're going to see what I mean by how it's one image to stamp, but it actually cuts out 4 different images. Got my tape on there. That again, you can use all together. You can put it all back together just as it was, or you can separate them out and use a few. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got that piece, and then I've got these 2 pieces, and this one. So these are quite similar. They're a little bit different, but similar. And then we've got our flower, and I'm going to use this one and this one, and I'm going to save these ones for another project. Okay, so let me move that over. Now I got a piece of soft succulent, and that's what I'm going to use for my sentiment. And I'm going to use Sending Many Thanks, because I send a lot of thank you cards. I don't know about you guys. It's probably my #1 thing that I do, because of course every month I send about 20 to my customers, thanking them for their orders. Okay, so this is a pretty one. This might be my thank you card for the month of September. So Sending Many Thanks. We've got our Versamark, and I want to use gold because the paper that we used, that textured chic paper, has gold in it, right? We've got those gold highlights. So tying in those colors. Okay. And then we will heat set. Yes, it is cool, Dawn, isn't it? I watched a video on the artist who designed this stamp set, and that's what her aim was, to create images that could be used as one image, but also break away and use as separate. And I thought that was really brilliant. It's really cool to see how she designed it too. Okay. Just want to make sure that that's heat set, because there's nothing sadder, is there? I did that the other day where it didn't quite set. So I've got that, and you can see that really cool curve. And predictably, Stampin' Up! Has a fabulous die from that die set. Look at that. That's going to cut that banner out in that fun shape. So let's do that. Run that through. Now I just have to put this together. All right. Okay, got that. Bring in all our little bits. Here's our bits that we're going to use. And then I've got, I want to use the Simply Elegant trim. Again, I'm trying to tie in that gold. And I looked at the gold ribbon that we have, but it just wasn't as shiny as I wanted. And it didn't give me the effect that I wanted. So I'm going to use this really cool trim. So all I'm going to do here is lay this in place. I'm going to make another loop up here. Sort of like that. I think that looks good. And I'm just going to anchor it with a piece of Scotch tape. Okay. And I'm going to trim that off. Okay, so that's sort of what I'm going for. And then I want to add my pieces. So I'm going to use some dimensionals on this. Give it some dimension. Okay. Put that, so that gold will show. There we go. And then I'm going to use this piece that we had. Remember, it was cut off. cut out. Let's pop that up too. Let's put that, I think, about there. Okay, now I've got my saying, and I'm going to put a dimensional on either end of this. And yep, and then I want to put some glue here because that's going to just attach to that. So just a titch of glue. And there we go. There we are. Isn't that cute? Can you see that? Hopefully. Pretty. Let's finish it off with even more bling. Let's bring in some champagne rhinestones, and I'm going to add them to the center of the flowers. So a small, medium, and large. Just give it a little bit of bling. There we go. So that's my card. Oh, there's my card. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm just going to bring it down a titch. And move that into. Good. Can you see that? Now, I promised you that I would show you another project that I did. So I took the leftover bits, which were these, just to remind you. Okay. I took these bits, and I took the envelope in one of the Memory and More cards. And then I went through and I grabbed one of these Memory and More cards, the card pack. And this is what I came up with. So this is the card and envelope. Okay. They're a little bit bigger if you're wondering, mostly because they can accommodate those larger cards from the pack. So I think these are 6.25 by 4.25. And so I've got that. That's the printed part. And then this is the card. And then these are the bits that were left over. And then I incorporated some of the exact same elements from my card that I made. And this time I've stamped on the Blushing Bride. And I think we should add some bling to this. Let's do that. And another big one, maybe over here. And what I love about these cards, if you've never noticed them before, is look at that. They just fit right in the envelope, and then they're ready to go. And they're so pretty because they're already decorated. And this has a gold embossed edge to it. Isn't that pretty? So 20, you get 20 cards. So those are in this week's weekly deal. So you have to buy those by the end of today. Okay. So that's one, and then that's the other. Oops. There we go. I think they're pretty. It's a fun set that you might not have noticed, right? How many of you are signed up for World Card Making Day? Do you know what World Card Making Day is? It's a day that is celebrated on the first Saturday of October every year. It's international. It's a World Card Making Day. And it just celebrates crafting and card making. Stampin' Up! Is offering a free online get-together. And I've posted the link before. And if you get my newsletter, you would have got the link. And it's just free. Just sign up for it. And they'll send you a link and you'll join on the day. You. Yes, Keisha, you. And there are 3 bundles that they're going to be using in projects that day. Now, I wanted to show you one that just came out in September. So this is a brand new release. It will be in the January to June mini catalog, but we're getting the sneak peek of it. Isn't that cool? It's called Warm Welcome and Warm Welcome Dies. And so you've got this door. You've got all these little things that can go inside the door. Love the little shoes. Aren't they cute? Lots of great ways that you can use this. Somebody buying a new house or whatnot. Now, I just got these. I haven't even opened the dies. Let's have a look and see what these dies look like. So you can order this now in September. It is not clear whether it's just for September and then it'll go away and come back in January, or whether it'll be available from now until the release of the catalog. I didn't get a straight answer on that one. Okay, so here's what we've got. We can cut out the flowers and the numbers. Look at this. You could even personalize it and make it somebody's house number. Isn't that cool? There's a door. So you can cut the door and you can cut the door frame. What else have we got here? A knocker. Heart. I haven't really run these through, so I'm having a hard time knowing what. That's definitely these flowers, I think. Let's see. Nope. Is it the kitty cat? Oh, it's the cat. I love the cat. Okay, covers the cat. Love the cat. There's the dies that cut out the presents. And I think these shoes are going to get cut out, and these hands are going to get cut out. And this one with the flowers is going to get cut out. So lots of great things. Love it. Oh, and look at this. You've even got, these are really cute labels, aren't they? For open house, open heart, open mind. Really cool. Anyway, so you can pick this up now, anytime. And when you do, you will get a free set of iridescent pearls. Just a nice gift to say thank you. If you're ordering through my online store, so Shop Crazy with Alison, there's a bit of a glitch. You have to actually look up the number 158987, put it in your cart, and when you do, it'll zero out and you won't be charged for them. Okay. If something happens and you order the bundle and you don't get your freebie, just contact me and I will take care of it for you. Make sure that you get what you're entitled to there. Okay, so there's our cards for today. I'm going to come back over here. Here we are. Oops, that's not good. Here we are. There we go. Okay, how's everybody? Oh, thanks, you guys. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's so pretty. Isn't it pretty how and easy you can make a really gorgeous card with the right designer series paper? Yeah. I love that they have a lot of videos with, yes, they do, Cynthia. It's really great where they show you the designer creating the card. It's really, or the product, and it's usually the designer series paper, which is really cool. Hi, Kim. I think I said hi to everybody. Hi, April, you made it live. Oh, I'm so happy. I know you usually watch me on replay, but nice to see you live. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so thanks again for coming. I really appreciate when you guys pop in and spend some time with me, especially kind of in the middle of the day for some of us. I will see you all again. Now, I'm thinking on Sunday, I have to take my daughter to the airport, which makes me sad. So I might not be on. If I am, it'll be later in the day, but I will keep you posted. Okay? So thanks, you guys. If you ever have any questions, please just post to whatever you're watching me on, if it's my page or my group or YouTube, and I will endeavor to answer you. Okay? So thanks you so much, you guys. I really appreciate it, and happy stamping.